need $5. You can't get it. So I discovered that it's a question of trust. So once you can establish that you can be trusted, that's why I'm here, because I've seen your track record, I've followed you a while, and there's some level of consistency. I have my guys in Dubai who are investors in your business. I don't want to mention their names. So I've studied your trajectory, and I made out time to come. So the moment people begin to see some level of consistency in terms of trust for their funds and the things you say you do, then you can now begin to build it. Back home, people have the funds, they're looking for avenues to invest. Like when I was in the banking sector, people will come and say, look, if you see any good business, I know you're smart. Any business you see, let me know. As long as it's safe, I'll do it. But here, it was difficult. Now, the only guy that did business with me here was somebody who lost his father while I was in Nigeria. He came, his cousin had arranged for me to meet him and talk to him about doing business with the bank. I got there, it was a fight. What happened? The funds he sent for his father's burial, they misused it. So on the spot, I called him aside, I gave him 3 million. I had bosses that run Benin to Abuja. I sent 2 of my Homa bosses to help with logistics. And that was what sealed exactly. So when I came here, I saw a business opportunity. I said, this thing is working. He gave me $20,000. And in less than 6 months, we returned over 70,000. And he was like, wow. He started bringing people, and that's how our business went beyond the US. So building trust with our people is the cardinal point to getting them to syndicate. Thank you.
Give it to you. Any response to that? Yeah.
Yes.
Pastor.
So just like
spiritually important too.
Because really,
well, I think in Nigeria, those who have it, investment is kind of limited. Right here in America, it's a capitalist environment. Give me light, I pay you, and that's it. And it's an open level field here. Yeah. So you see, people don't want to take risk, but in Nigeria, there are a lot of people, just like you said, who have the money. But they're looking, because I can't tell you how many people will call me and say, well, I have the money, but I don't know where to invest it. But the capitalist environment, pay me, what are you doing for me now? It's not like, in Nigeria now, you can rent a house and maybe something happens to you. They say, oh, yeah, it's because somebody is sick. Okay.
Yes.
But here, you can pay 25 years and still lose your home in the 27th year. They don't care. It's what are you doing for me now? So it's the mindset. We have to have a different mind sheet to be able to do. That's why you see people who, okay, what am I going to get from this thing? When? In 3 years? No. I want it now. So that's what I think is.
I think I agree with that.
One something let's put our hands together for Pastor. And you show that he's been here for a long time. How many years? 6 years. 3 years ago, we got into Bitcoin investment. So somebody came and said, if you give them 20,000, they will give you 20,000 back in 3 months, but you can withdraw your money. So I don't worry now. I know somebody who lost $250,000.
And I did.
So number one problem, GSA, fast money. We are more susceptible to what we want to say. Okay, if I put this money in 1 month, can I get back? Number two, we are also not serious investors. Because serious investors doesn't want immediate, gratification. You want on the long term gratification. DSA, there is money among our people. If they say Nigerians are poor, that's a lie. In 1 week, so I got closer to the admin of that. We all lost our money, but that's a story from the other day. But in a week, $600,000 contributed by Nigerians for 6 months consistent. I have Excel sheets of people's names, people's check number because I was admin. So is there money? Yes. The problem is trust, but not just trust alone. The fact that we want immediate gratification. You meant that 1 year you are mentioning. So Nigeria, so if I give you 1 million, you are telling me 1 year. You don't have that mindset. I feel it's a problem, but you don't need many people to go on the journey of greatness. I'm telling you, greatness does not have many people going with them. I feel those great people are here. So, anyone want to say something, Wale? Because
Wale.
I know Wale is there. He said it's already sold.
Yeah, Wale said something.
Well, okay, well, I work with a lot of Nigerians, and
Pastor, you nailed it on the head. People want right now.
No.
I do a little bit of syndication as well. I try to buy small multi-family, and I struggle as well, like my brother said. Even though I'm on the ground, they know me, they see my YouTube, my social media, but hey, while I still struggle to raise, I think I was trying to raise about $800,000. I was able to raise about 250,000 within 5-6 people. So, and I had to complete the rest myself because I like to invest my money in the project because hey, if I'm putting my money there, you've been following me, you trust me, you think I want to lose my own money too. So largely it's trust, and also to tag on you, many people are just wannabe investor. They just wanna be. They are not ready to do this step one, step two, they will disappear. Thank you.
I think Amy should speak to this. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, I did the investment in 2018 with Bitcoin. I lost over $50,000 of mine and people's money, and I've been responsible personally for paying them back. I got here about 18 months ago on the Genius visa based on my work in Nigeria. The visa for individuals with extraordinary abilities. And for 1 year, I was just floating. I was wondering what's happening in the US, like what's going on. And then I was privileged to work with the GTEx team to receive calls and inquiries about the land. And he was right. Every 10 inquiries from the UK, at least 3, 4 we convert. 10 from the US, no. And then 10 from Nigeria, maybe 2 or 3 will convert. And you're like, wondering what's happening until what we just said now clicked. Speed. People in the US are looking for speed. Most of that I got was that tying their money down for 3 years, for 5 years was too much. And then a lot were sending me shots of higher ROI. I told you. When someone would say, see, your 10% is too small. And you give me 20. This one is giving me 20. Or is it a partnership? We do profit sharing. All those stuff came up as well. So I kind of, want to just rest my boat with Americans want speed. The same thing happened with me in my business. When I was marketing my 3-month coaching, how much? I said 10K. He said, hey, it's just wrong. When I said I will do this for you in 30 days or less, that, where do I sign? They began. So it's a case of I say I will give you 20 clients in 3 months. But let me say I will give you 5 clients in 30 days. If you think about it, 20 in 3 months is more, right? They don't want that. Give me 5 in 30 days. When I switch my languaging, then I now drop the price to what is just minimum, and then commissions. My sale now really increase. So I think from a personal feedback, experience, I would say that. Thank you.
The challenge I noticed with that, because the first person talked about trust, right, in the community. The reason why there's lack of trust is what they just mentioned. People want speed. So the person organizing the syndication now needs to lie to them. Do you see now? For them to speak what they want to hear. Then at the end of the day, they can't meet up, right? Everybody lose their money, and then they go back into, you can't trust people. I know in particular Nigerian who has been doing a lot of real estate stuff here in the US. And now everybody is fighting me. But even when Temi was receiving those calls, she would tell me how they mentioned his name, that he said he would give them 40%. And yet a lot of you are now taking him to court that he's scammed you, things even, going. Even though it was even equity, he was offering. But at the end of the day, things are free. They are still not able to flip the property, people's money, and everybody's fighting each other. So I think for us, and that's what we want to be known for, is we want to promise what is reasonable, right? We what is visible. We want to keep to our word. We want something that is sustainable because we're building an empire. Our vision is that in 12 years, by the grace of God, we'll control under our management $10 billion worth of real estate assets. And to do that, you have to have a good name. Of course, not everybody will like us. That one is normal. You can't be an entrepreneur and not have one or two people who don't like you. That's normal. But let it be that you have good conscience. One of the things I tell people, with all the weight on my shoulders, I sleep well like a baby. Because I have never, as far as I'm concerned, intentionally cheated anyone. I've lost money. I've done things that I'd rather just let the money go. Right? Recently, I just got the news yesterday. She was there. $29,000 gone. Right? Due to a very bad realtor that I dealt with. Right? Who could have just said, hey, if the deal doesn't work, can we get back the earnest money? No. And he was telling me like almost a month after that, oh, you won't get the earnest money. Yeah. So, but my point is, I've just learned it's better you cheat me, but I want to do things. And it's not for you. Funny enough, people think I have all this integrity. For me, it's not, because I really don't care what people's opinion. I'm that kind of person. Your opinion is your opinion, you're entitled to it. So for me, integrity is for my own sake. I want to be able to sleep, right? I want to be able to enjoy my money knowing I worked hard for it and I did all the right things as far as I'm concerned. You can have your own opinion, that's your business, and that's up to you. But I want to be sure that I did everything well. And I want to encourage us. For me, I raised the question because it's something we need to start spreading the right messaging. Are we together now? Among people of color to say, first of all, don't tell me you were scammed. The point is, were you having realistic expectations too? Right? Because oftentimes when people say they were victim of scam, is that they also went into deals out of greed. Right? They wanted unrealistic expectations. They were doing things that didn't make sense. So, but as soon as we have realistic expectations, we do things the best way to the books, we'll go farther. More sustainable. Yes, Bayo. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Great conversation. And I wanted to speak because I know Wale had experience with raising capital here in the US. So one thing I wanted to say, trust is very important, right? People are guarded, okay? I can see my money in my bank. I mean, we have people in the Nigerian community with $500,000, $1 million in their account. I won't believe it. When I found out, I was going crazy. Like, how can you leave $500,000 cash in your account or $1 million? And it goes to the point of trust. They don't know who to talk to. The money that I can see and is protected in my account is better than an investment where I don't really, And that's number one. Number two is competition over collaboration.
Yes.
Competition is. I'm telling you, I look at a street like Bel Air in Houston, Bel Air. Is now being dominated by the Asians, the Chinese, the Vietnamese.
Long time.
They have street names.
Long time.
And right here, Chinatown, right? You mentioned Chinatown. And even here in Kenya, like I-10 and 99, you see that community there? The Asians came together and were able to develop that place into like an Asian town here. So what is wrong with us as Africans? I don't know. And I'm going to be passing it on to experience, like we have to leave competition behind. It's time for collaboration. What can we do together? It's time to start having those dialogues and say, we don't have anybody against us. We are against one another. And that's not a good way to build wealth. The Jews come together. The Indians, when they open a gas station here, they will tell the brothers to come and open the next gas station, Shell, Chevron, and things. The Asians are doing the same thing. What is wrong with us as Africans? And I think it has to do with sensitization, right? education and sensitization. Let's hold workshops, seminars, events. Let's bring people in a room. Let's bring people together in a room. I mean, if they will come, I think we will do well because we have the IT consultants and stuff. Let's bring people together. Let's have conversations. Why are you scared to invest your money? Money you can lose in 401k and IRA. Let's collaborate to our competition, and I think that's going to really help us, especially as we plan to, to grow in this real estate world. Thank you.
It's a good place to clap, everybody. I mean, I think, yeah. Who else want to say something? Just this issue of.
So let me wrap it up. So I'm happy we're having this conversation. Sorry, the two of you at the back. I want one house, please. Really, it's our conversation, right? I raised that question because I know it will get us talking. But great things start, small. And what I'm trying to bring out of it is, if all of us in this room decide to say, you know what, we're starting a new movement, right? And it's a movement of encouraging people of color to be investors, to collaborate, to do things big. I know how many people have said terrible things about me just because of the size of the project I've started in the US. And it's annoying because for me, I don't know how to do things small. And it's not like I'm just starting big things. My friend is here. I entered the city and I'm buying 250 acres, 500 acres in Port Harcourt. That's how we do it. So for me, a 40 acre, a 21 acre is even, we're just warming up. Okay? But you could see Americans here. Are you sure? That guy. Somebody was even telling me, can't you talk to your brother? Must he always do things? Overdo, over-sabi. So let's be the change agent. Let's go and talk to our people, right? We can do big things, right? And I've always said it over time. Dream so big that failure is a success. All right? Dream so big that failure is a success.
That's another book right there.
Right? And that's for me, that's the way I do things. I'm always dreaming big. And so the least that will happen, I'm telling you now, watch it. 12 years from now, $10 billion in real estate assets under our management. But guess what? Let's even say we now failed. We now did 5 billion. Will you have the audacity to look at me in the face and say I failed? Right? And that is the mindset we should have.
Define our failure.
Right? Thank you. Define the failure. Right? Measure the failure. But to think small and small-mindedness and then attack those who can dare to think big and sow the seed of doubt into people's hearts over what they are doing. Right? I don't know whether you understand. So somebody will ask, I saw Stevie is doing one project in US. We're watching him. We will see. That's how they do. They make noise. Come on. Instead of you to come and say, this is even good for our community. It's good for our image. Is it not better that a Nigerian is doing such a versus a Nigerian has just stolen, 100 million from FBI, or is it COVID money, or which one do we prefer? Am I making sense at all? So are we all promising that we'll be that change agent to go out there, and when this side us, we will be the one to even shut it down, right? And shut it down, because that's really how we can progress. I shared a story of, I won't mention the name of the pastor, a very big pastor that is in Nigeria, has over 70,000 branches, so you can guess who. And I was with a former member and a former pastor in that same ministry, and he's gone to start his own. And he went with his members, went with the church property. They no fight am. But when this man was literally slaughtering this man of God, when they say slaughter, say, what are you talking about? It's all games. And he went on and went. At some point I said, do you have a restroom? He said, yes. I had to open the tap, pour water on my head. I started speaking talk to just clean my mind of the dirty things this man was saying about this. The man he served under for almost 15 years. And then when I got out, I said, but none of us is perfect. I said, yeah. He said, so, we'll keep praying for this man. We're all not perfect. We're all sinners. Yeah, that's true. That was the last time I saw him. But that's how to handle people like that. Because some of us, by just keeping quiet and say, we're enabling those mindsets, right? And we're encouraging those seeds to keep growing and to germinate. And like I said, it's not good for our people because Nigerians have done so much good things. But because we don't project the good things, we're constantly wanting to push out the negative things by ourselves. Right? We've continued this narrative that made us feel that we're not good people. We're great people. I went to a TJ's house to go to a restaurant the other day. And I'm personally shocked because I had to ask her, I said, how many years have you been here? And I'm impressed that she's able to put that kind of restaurant in that short span she had come to America. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Right?
It's our fifth restaurant.
Your fifth restaurant here in the US.
If those of you are in Lagos, if you hear the name of our event company, you will know.
Lagos Buka.
Jasper, yeah, that's the owner right there.
Please let me clap for her.
Lagos Buka.
Lagos Buka.
It's okay, there's in his 14, 13.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, that's the owner right there.
So, for me, honestly, that is the kind of story I want to magnify. That's the conversation I want to have, right? I don't want small talks. I don't want, this person can't do it. If I hear you can't do it, how can I support you to do it? That's the mindset. If you are struggling to do it, how do we come in as a community to help you do it? Because your success helps me too. One day I go somewhere and you want to talk down about my community, I'll say, but it's my colleague from my country that's doing this good thing, that good thing, and we're all elevating ourselves. But please, who is joining me in this campaign? Because that's the only thing I'm doing in America. That's the only thing. Right? Okay, I'm looking for a property, 4-acre house, my house in America. Must be minimum 4 acres.
Where do you want it? Woodlands,
Richmond. I saw one, but I lost it.
Okay, you get better.
There you go.
But one of my dreams, and that's why I mentioned it, one of my dreams in that house is a monthly dinner for big thinking Nigerians. If I hear you are doing something big, I will invite you for a dinner in the house. But you are doing something small, you are banned. You can't even come to the house. Right? Because we have to build empires.
At least think big, even though you are not doing something big.
Yes!
Think big.
And we have to celebrate. Enough of competition. Someone was mentioning that we need to collaborate. There's so much land. How should I be against? I mean, people get shocked in Nigeria that I go for the launches of my mentees, launching their estate. I tell people to buy. Even my ones who, have been in the real estate industry ahead of me, say, you know this social media, we don't know. I will go and I will market in the same city. I have 4 properties. I'm marketing somebody else's home. It does not reduce mine. It does not take anything. There's enough for everyone. Enough for everyone. So that is the mindset, and today is the beginning. You have witness in the house.
I need to ask two things.
Yeah.
Our people, Bayo said people have $1 million in their bank account. Some people only have $50,000. They want to know what is the guarantee. I work hard for this money. How am I sure I will not lose it? Number one. Number two is that this is a land. We have pictures or 3D that show the vision we have. 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, we run into problem. How do we get our money back, or how do you resolve it so we don't lose our money? Those are other two key things I see.
Good. I love those two questions. So I think they are good questions. So number one is the fact that we can't give you guarantees. Against the law here in America to give anybody guarantees. So right. But what we know is that we filed with the government. So any money coming to us, even the government is looking at it, looking at what we're doing and all of that. So we understand that, you know, we're working on same lines concerning the rules. In terms of, you know, what if something goes wrong? What I can tell is our track record. We've been doing syndication, Dubai, Nigeria, and different parts for the last 3 years, and we have not defaulted once. Okay, and I think that speaks. Our development is 9 years this year. Our company is 16 years this month. Right, we even having a Ghana event, President Passenger, and all of those people are there. So I tell people the only thing I can give you is who I am, my name, my track record, my credibility. And I don't think there's anything bigger than that. Because my name is bigger than your 50,000 or even your 1 million, with due respect. Right? It's bigger than that. And I want to keep it that way. Even in Nigeria, we have things as in terms of integrity. People will buy land from us, they want their money back, right? And we're still doing our best to pay them back. You see some of them, I want my money back, I want pay them, right? We call it insult money in my office. Okay, so, right, pay them. So for us to have built this reputation, it doesn't mean there are no people who are still out there aimed at. In fact, we have competitors who send people to come and attack us. We had a guy, you know, said we promoted a particular property, just only deposited 1 million. We had the AY comedian push it. The following day, he went on AY's page and every other page, started posting, I want my money back, I want my. We later realized a competitor sent it. Right? So you can't, and that's why I was sharing earlier that, of course, we paid him back his money, but that you can't change. We know how a lot of these things work. But one thing you will find is tens, am I saying tens? Hundreds. Our syndication has over 250 people there, right? Who are there. We have a lot of testimonies from them saying these people have, even if there are issues, we communicate, right? I don't do one-man business. We're opening a fiscal office here in July. You know, we're getting a CEO, white CEO, by the way, not black. You know, if you call me racist, that's fine. You know, white CEO. Okay.
And he has experience of the network and the connections.
Yeah, I mean, so my view is this: majority of Americans are white. Let me give this, right? And you've come to a white country. You, the owner of the project, the investor, you are black already. Right? To now start a whole Nigerian, and by the way, I'm learning from experience because I did the same thing in Nigeria, in Dubai. Went to Dubai, brought somebody from Nigeria. She was even 22. The hope was that this young lady, I'm mentoring her, 10 years from now, let's even say she wants to leave me, she will just be 32. Right? And she can go start her own business and do great things. Are we together now? Okay. Now, the first thing I lost was because she was a Nigerian, it became a Nigerian business. And Dubai is a very cosmopolitan place, right? So if people notice that the owner is Nigerian, the people there are Nigerian, only Nigerians will go. Non-Nigerians will not go, just by default. So we lost those markets. But guess what? 3 years down the line, wrote me one day she's leaving. Oh, I'm not in Dubai, give me 3 months to come back to do handover. You signed a bond of 5 years and exit of minimum of 6 months. She shut down the entire business and left. Right? So I lost 2 ways. And incidentally, as at that time, Nigerians have been banned from coming to Dubai. So now again, it affected because we have been, so I had to go literally start employing non-Nigerians just because now Nigerians couldn't even come into Dubai or buy properties in Dubai, right? So for me, intentionally, our structure is the same thing we are talking. You remember how they complained that a lot of companies are not employing blacks? Let the black-owned companies also employ whites. Let it be an inclusive system.
Yeah, if you have to do DEI, do it across the board.
Exactly.
If you favor some, if you favor all.
So, but
Melly wants to leave, so she wanted to say something.
Yes, I will do that. But for me, my own belief is that we're opening an office, we're having people run it, right? I only run businesses. Even if you are my client, he just reminded me he's my client. Where is he? In our Nigerian business. Mr. Laki is left, right? So he just and that's my experience. People just, I'm your investor, I bought 1 acre. Oh, thank you for doing business. That's the way I run business. I don't do all this. You talk to me. Even if you chat me today now for this indication, you say I have to talk to Temi or somebody else. Right? Because we are building a business, we're building an empire. It's not a one-man business. Right? If you disturb me too much because you're an investor, I will block you. Go talk to the office. Right? And that's the way business. But I can't be that crazy. Apologies. Please go ahead,
Sorry about that. I hate to interrupt you. It's just that I have to go.
No problem.
I got an open house right at 2. I'm so late.
Nike is the business.
Yes. I love the opportunity. I love what I'm hearing, and I'm very confident this is going to be a very successful project. So I'm very happy that every one of you are here and willing to invest. And I know it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great success story. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. While you were talking, a phenomenal figure walked in. So let him introduce himself.
Yay, out of Africa. Let's celebrate out.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure being here with you. Thank you. I don't know what introduction he wants.
Who are you?
Did I just say, okay, it's only you that can say who the hell are you? Sorry, I call TJ the connector of Houston. He doesn't know when I say connector, he just has the grace and gift to bring people together and make things happen. So if you're visiting and you're ever in Houston, you want something done, talk to TJ. Mr. TJ.
And who are you?
Okay, well, my name is Uche Nadia. I'm an image consultant, and most importantly, some of you that are Nigerians may just know me by a brand that I built over the decades called Ouch Fashion and Lifestyle brand. That's what I represent. This logo.
Ouch.
Ouch, yeah, ouch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm wearing out.
Okay, he's wearing our health bracelet, one of our products as well. Okay, you also have it. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Good morning, guys. My name is Nara Emmanuel. I run a printing company in Houston, Texas. Okay, the question I want to... Oh yeah, I printed it as one as well. The question I want to ask is, coming from a business mindset, I know you have some point people that if anybody wants to talk, they can talk to us for that. But you are not going to die young. You're going to live to fulfill the purpose that God has given you. But I'm going to bring an example in, for example, the MD of, what's the name of the bank that died recently? And immediately we were able to employ somebody that people can talk to, decisions can be taken, things can continue to move. Apart from you being the CEO.
I'm not the CEO.
Oh, sorry, the main point man, let me just
Chairman. He's the chairman of the holding.
GTS has that structure.
He's a holding.
Okay. Yeah. Our group CEO is Mr. Rana, is a Pakistani.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then he has his own team under him. And one of these days he will come around.
Okay. So what I'm going to
what I'm thinking now is, rather than just presenting yourself to people as a point man, maybe we can.
I'm not presenting myself.
No, I'm just
getting to know us.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, before even presenting an investment something to people, maybe we can have something on paper to show people that are involved. For example, now you just mentioned somebody as maybe I can't remember the name now. Exactly. Which I don't know. So a lot of other people that might want to invest might just see only you.
No. So the answer is that you are just getting to know me,
Okay.
right? And that's the reason. So you don't know the GTEx Holding brand, right? GTEx Holding is a holding company of over 11 subsidiaries.
Okay.
And I can assure you all our leaders are as visible. They are usually on TV the same way I am. What we do, and it's normal anywhere, is that if you are a founder of a business and you are famous, you leverage on your credibility, because your credibility, right? That my 4 partners here is me, right? The credibility of my person that made them to partner. Am I making sense at all? But in terms of the back end, it's not me. The day you decide to start doing business with GTEx, you stop having anything to do with me from even onboarding you. What you are holding has a QR code. You scan it. It has a what's it called, KYC, right? That you need to fill, and the team gets in touch with you. So the only thing is that we are now still building another team here in the US just to take care of this type of projects we're doing as well.
So it's still going to come back to my point. Like, if we're having a gathering like this, maybe we can have some kind of a leaflet that shows exactly, rather than just presenting this to people
If you go
alone.
to the website, it's there.
I think America is more of what they can see. So I'm speaking from experience.
Once you want to do anything, you need to scan the QR code.
I think I kind of understand.
Exactly, it's
A brochure.
it's a sort of a brochure that shows people.
It could even be half.
He
of
wants a
this.
brochure.
It could even be half of this.
No, why
This
is
price.
she
It
coming
could
here?
be
I see 7 people.
She has the mic, let her talk. Oh. One house, guys, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oluwatoyin. Okay, so I totally get him because I'm running businesses concurrently, both in the United States and in Nigeria. So Americans do business based on trust. I have people come into a restaurant and say, I want to see the owner. I like people know that I own the restaurant, so I tell them, oh, no. And they want to see, if they want to like share ideas, tell you things that you need to do. Back home, they don't necessarily care to see you. They just want to get work done. So I think that's what you're trying to say.
Well, I think ultimately he's talking about a brochure that shows the company's leadership. And I'm saying that we already, and I'm saying we already have that. We may not have printed it because this one was, sure you got this yesterday, right? But if you go to the website, it has that. I'm sure when we do our next training, we will be able to have a proper brochure that shows the organization leadership. But that exists for sure. No,
It's not a suggestion. The point is quite noted. I think that you've driven
it's something we get, and I think it's your job as well to still just print it for us.
You just want us to print much more than what we have printed. Yes, now brochure, print brochure. Yes, I know. Yes. They just want to print brochure.
I already told him it's on the website. He said no, but something physical.
Something physical.
We get it.
Print it.
Print it. TJ, don't worry. TJ will.
Don't worry, you are the one printing it.
Yeah. TJ will send it. TJ will send it to you.
You will print it.
And you will print
physical brochure. You will print it.
I think the digital one.
Okay.
No, so let me tell you guys what happened at our January event. So, I was going to introduce myself after everything is done. We had the lady Sheila Jackson reached out to us. Normally, you are the one who reach out to them.
Yeah.
To say, we're having an event. Could you please come and, record with your presence? I am telling you, she reached out to us, to me, and asked questions. And I told her, let your team go and check out everybody on the flyer. So trust me, those who want to do business don't need to see your back. They will check. Trust me. There are people here. America is the only place somebody with shorts, singlet, and face cap and slippers is richer than any one of us dresses.
Sorry, let me.
I'm telling you,
let me even
They will Google him.
interject.
They will check him out.
When the PR person sent my profile to the TV stations, right? It didn't take them a week
3 days.
to host me on their TV station.
Yeah.
I had
Houston Live.
everybody started. We have been in Houston for 20 years. How did you do it? Because it's not just that you can pay. It's not like in Nigeria you just pay TV and
For them to
then you are
doctor
there.
what you are
They
going to
will
say.
do their
Oh, yeah.
research. They will check. So for me to do things like this, trust me, I know my profile is heavy, and
And the pocket is heavy too.
And well, I don't know now, but it speaks for itself, right? A lot of times when I meet people all over the world, I say, Google my name. Do you know Google? I say, yeah, Google Stephen Akita. If you like what you see, call me back. Right? It's as simple as that. And trust me, people that matter will Google.
She has a question,
They
so
will check. So
Hello, sir.
yeah.
So, but I have a question, and
Go on.
this has been recurring. So most Nigerians and the United States are living in survival mode.
Mhm.
And for anyone who understands,
We
psychology
treated
of
you
mind,
before you came, but go ahead. Go ahead.
so a lot of Nigerians are living in survival mode. So we're so untrusting.
Mm.
Like it's like the lion is chasing me. I don't care about what I'm wearing. I need to survive.
Yeah.
And it's kind of Mars success, Mars you moving on to the next level. So when I got in with this, I'm going to conquer everything in my app. Of course, America has a way of humbling you, like you're going to start from scratch. Because I run an event design company back home. And I've had to unlearn a lot of things.
Absolutely.
I'm learning and I'm like moving on. But one of the things that I think that we can do to help our people, because the next big thing to ship out of Africa is not Afrobeat. We have so much to
Flesh
get
and
out
blood
into
is
the
not
world.
And it's not church. It's not
It's
Jesus.
church.
It's not
Flesh
Jesus.
and blood.
Jesus loves to everybody.
They've been bringing Jesus to America from Africa.
They need Jesus in the mind.
So one of the
Off
things
your mic,
I
Tony.
was-
Off your mic.
One of the things I think, or I'd like to suggest is, how about we start something to sensitize people quarterly? Like,
We said it.
I wasn't here.
Yeah,
Like quarterly, where people come in, like I saw a brochure of what you're doing in Ghana. You bring people in from time to time to talk about what they have done to succeed. Success is not a mirage.
Yeah.
It's something that you can do. You have to deliberate. You have, because I look around, Asians help themselves. Like like an Asian buys a gas station, uses it to get L1, sells that same gas station to somebody else
He
in
says tacos.
India. They get their L1. Like, they just keep on moving. But Nigeria, you have a secret to help your neighbor. I'm never going to tell the person. I better pass my neighbor. So we have to start with sensitizing our people to know that we're not enemies. Collaboration is the name of the game. So a conference to help people to move it on to the next level is very integral and very essential.
Beautiful. So we discussed this before you were here, and we even started this project January this year with a conference, and that's, in fact, I was talking about it on TV. That's how Shirley Jackson saw it and called him. So we're going to be doing in August. By the grace of God, we're bringing Cosmos Maduka. Most likely Bukwan Shika, but I haven't confirmed. And who is who?
Grant Cardone.
Right. We've
The
done,
United
even
States one.
here in the US 2 years ago in Dallas, we had grants, we had a lot of, I do a lot of big events, from Robert Kiyosaki to Brian Tracy to Les Brown. I've hosted all of them, right? And the intention is to still do more of that. However, the problem is, again, people from Nigeria don't like to pay for trainings, right? They don't like to pay. So when you say come and pay $1,000 for, because it costs a lot to do that, those kind of events. Like the last one, one of the event speakers alone virtually charged, was it $100,000 or something? $50,000 virtually. One speaker. Virtual. Was it 30 minutes or 1 hour? 45 minutes. Yes. 45 minutes, 1 hour. 50. Yes. Per minute. $50,000.
I'll just reduce it to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll cut her off at 15. I said that what you have given us is enough. Nobody will okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we had to do, in fact, so I've risked doing all of that from John Maxwell. At least some of these people charge me virtual. It's 35, 50, 25. Robert Kiyosaki, all of them. Right? That I've paid top American speakers to speak for me is almost $1 million that I paid. Right? That I've paid. So
yes, let me bring it up when you're done.
Yes, to now do that, and then somebody is now telling you, why are you charging $1,000? Do you see you people, and you say, in fact, some people say, with all the blessing of God in your life, with all are you taking all this money to heaven? You know, so, but we will still do it. We're still, like she said, we're doing an event in Ghana this new week from Thursday. We're having President Obasanjo, Dr. Kumi Adishino, Professor Raimo of Afrexim Bank,
Professor Lumumba,
Professor Patrick Lumumba. It's a whole event in Ghana. So we do a lot of, in fact, CNBC Africa just reached out that they want to come cover the event. Okay, give me your bill, $5,000. All right, to come and cover the event. So we do a lot of those things, and we want to do even the biggest in August this year. But why I was appealing before you came to everyone is because when we start things like this, people will reach out to you. But boy, this your guy don't start again, say they do conference, you want me to pay, right? And typically, most of us too, we encourage those people because you just keep quiet, say, but you are enabling the person, right? Instead of just being honest and say, but what's there to mock, really? I mean, if you can afford it, you can afford it. If you can't afford it, you leave it. But we too will enable this type of, because we'll just keep quiet. Our silence just gives that encouragement, right? I had a very funny experience where someone was asking about one of my projects, and someone who claimed to be my best friend had to, because he's also into real estate, got jealous, started sowing doubt. But that's what we just do here. So, and that's why I'm begging that we all, if this will work, it can't be a one-man thing. It has to be a collective thing. Someone was sharing a story with me about the Jews. Something needed to happen for the Jews. They were doing a PR campaign. And it went to meet some of the richest Jewish guys. I said, we need you to drop minimum $1 million and we won't even mention your name. The guy dropped the check right there. If he's a Nigerian, first of all, $1 million, right? Me than the one dropping the $1 million, the chief donor, incorporated, you will hang by portraits all through the event. But we don't have that mentality yet where we can go for the cause, do things for the cause. Am I making sense at all? Invest for the cause. I know when I started inviting from Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, you're like, Nigerian, is this safe? Is it this? Is it that? And in fact, Brian Tracy's team had to tell me, say, the reason we don't take deposit, we've done it before to Nigerians, and they never paid us our balance. Right? And they never paid us our balance. So, but at least we are changing that perception with these people. Lastly, I have my books here. This is Billionaire Habits. This is speaks to what you're talking about. Right? I've written about 40-something books. These books are powerful and they talk to we in our setup. Right? How do we manage wealth at our setup? We also have this. Brian Tracy, Grant, and all of them commented on this to show you how good the book is. John Maxwell, everybody. Right? We have, yeah, they all. So if you buy the physical version, you qualify for the audio and the ebook. Right? And then this talks more about real estate. It's $47 each. This one is for you, pastor. Two pastors. My books aren't cheap, but you can take it for $25.
That's why you can say something
Before we go. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you
thank
can
you very
take
much.
it for 25 each.
Thank you very much, sir. You know, for me, being a woman, I'm very passionate that we have platforms for women because a lot of us don't find mentors. And I had to pay a coach to brainwash me after a while in America because I was not going to live my life in the rat race. You know, a lot of times when we train and mentor people, we encourage them not to buy frivolous things, you know, because you usually would go through a period of brain wastage. You know, it doesn't matter what you've done in back home. When you come here, you will go through a period of brain wastage. So when you now find a ground, you want to start to buy the cars and all of that. And we tell people, don't change your lifestyle with frivolities, you know. And so we are ourselves looking for a way where we can get the hundreds of people that we have trained to be able to do something. Because once you are able to break into IT, you can have a lucrative income. Why stop there? You know, why stop there? So I'm also very passionate because I couldn't find a woman to mentor me. No, you know, the people in church thought I was crazy, ambitious, or you know, too outspoken. Like I told you that I won't take a soft handshake. A lot of people will find that offensive. Yeah. Don't treat me like some weak person. You know, I don't.
And by the way, you are the first person, even whether male or female, that I've ever said on it. Right? They shoot each other. I said, we have to shake again. I don't think it's.
So don't shake me with a soft handshake. Don't do that. Because I'm not going to break. You know, so a lot of people find it offensive. However, you know, my husband is my, you know, my head and everything. But a lot of people find that threatening. So I couldn't find women to mentor me. I couldn't find a place. I couldn't find a tribe. But I had to pay someone some cool thousands to help me change my mindset and my thinking, and now begin to visualize, and now begin to futurize. It's a word that I put together for myself. I'm going to start to move from visualization to futurization.
Please, let's clap for Asa. One and only Asa. Lastly, I want to thank every one of you for coming. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you for doing this. I think your coming is the beginning. It shows you are the kind of people you want to work with, right? And I really appreciate all of you for doing this. God bless you. God reward you, really. Thank you. We've started the journey. We're not stopping. For us at GTEX Holdings again, we're looking for more land. So if you have land you want to buy, we're looking for houses. I've been shouting, buyer has not given me, 50 to 100 rental units. So that's, we can, at least it's generating cash flow on a regular basis. So we're looking for that. So on business, we're in town, let's do things together. Finally, we're doing a training in June. So if you have my number, you can reach out to me. It's called the Real Estate Investment Masterclass. We'll break down, and I hope Mr. Dapper will come with all these IT people. Now we test whether truly your IT people are serious and if they will come. And we talked about 7 ways to make money in the real estate sector. Fix and flip, shoplets, real estate development. This is just one arm of the 7 ways. A lot of times people just think real estate is all about just one way. There's so many in the value chain and so many aspects of that. And I take my time to share what we've done. And the good thing with my training, I'm not a motivation speaker, I'm not perspire to perspire. I teach you what I'm doing, right? And and that's why I'm not cheap as well. It's what I'm doing, you can see, you can touch, you can handle, right? That's what I'm teaching. So technically, it's a great favor for somebody to teach you what has helped them to move from zero, right, to where it is today. We started our business with just 1,000 Nigerian naira, $10 then, 16 years ago. This month is our 16th year anniversary, and we built hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate portfolio all over the world, right? So it's what is possible that we're teaching, and I hope those of you who are interested in doing real estate, what we have done here, we can do together with you in another place, right? But again, it has to be the right set of people. It has to be the right mindset. I'm big on the right mindset. I'm big on, as I was telling me earlier that, and I said, how did your husband get it? When they were contemplating whether to partner with me on this or not. He said, the man won't have your time. If you guys don't make up your mind on time, he's out. And that's really who I am. I'm not going to beg you over what I will turn you to a multi-millionaire and then you want me to be begging over that. I don't know how that works. Right? It's either you're willing to believe that and take the risk or you don't. Right? So hopefully we'll see a lot of you in June for that event. Once again, thank you.
Let's put together for
Thank you. God bless you.
So we're going to be out of here in 5 minutes. Let me just do some admin work so that we get this out of the way. First, let's put our hands together for ourselves for making this a reality. If you're not clapping for yourself, then you don't like yourself, right? Thank you so much, Pastor Larry. It's good to have you, sir. I'm just like a young baby who is glad to see his daddy. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Madam. Thank you, everyone. Bio, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Ouch. Ouch has some materials or stuff that is in town with you can, but it starts from Image Consulting. He's angry because there are some of you who are not properly dressed. I don't know. When I go out with him, he's always angry the way people dress. I'm telling you, you see, there was one dressing of DSA. He calls me, say, I can't go. I'm like, call him now, he's your friend. Hey, why are you disturbing me? But just to let everyone know what I do, I'm ordained and I'm planting a church in August. I'm totally 100% House on the Rock. From my foundation was Fountain of Life Church, but House on the Rock grew me, right? And I'm glad to be part of that. And I got born again in Christian Cote's church. So while they were praying, somebody was saying face cap. I said, God, this is my foundation. We have jumped. If you come to our church, we wear face cap in Household of God in Ikeja. God is not, yes, sir. That's what first thing that attracted me to that church. We played snooker in the barracks. I said, okay, play snooker with us, beat us. I said, tomorrow they will send a bus. They want to take us to a place. They say, where? They say, church. And they brought the bus, they took us to the church, and I fell in love with God because I needed a place to connect to God, a place where nobody will judge you, whether you wear shorts, whether you wear slippers. I saw a guy with cap. Maybe some of you think that's not proper in church or when somebody's praying. I apologize, but that was my seed. And from then and now, I think I'm not well. No, we need to not fall. They're very happy. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that every one of you here need each other. When I came into the United States, I did what everybody did. Daddy found me, listening. I was giving you this, So, I was hyping it, but nobody. It's not his fault. It's a work of nature. If you bring God, he can have it. It's the act of God, no. So I'm the one who does PR. I do marketing within the United States, not just for him. I do it for quite a lot of people. I'm hosting Reverend Sam at the Emmy in July. He was on the phone with me yesterday. Is it June 1st? Sorry, I'm hungry. June 1st. I just help people amplify what God has called them to do. But I will charge you for it. No. My coach always said I should not say it, but I like to say, because Nigerians will say, what are you doing now? We can do this for 30 kobo.
Not this Nigerian.
Not these Nigerians, they are different. For the first time in my life, since I relocated here, these Nigerians are different. Clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. I work with Texas AV, they're my sound guys. I have a couple of cameramen. We do very well with the city of Houston, the city of Richmond, the city of Sugarland, the city of Rosenberg. I got the mayor of Richmond yesterday, just to let her know something is happening here. And she will come if we write her a letter. But thank you all very much for coming. I actually pray that God will hold the rain, and He answered my prayer. That's how much power that was. Thank you. Thank you. But please exchange cards, ask yourselves what you do. Let's start doing businesses together. I mean, some of you here have businesses, maybe you have a store, your wife is planning, your wife makes hair, your wife makes clothing. Please say it. She has a beautiful restaurant in Katy. I'm telling you, you will not believe that there's a Nigerian restaurant in Katy where the restaurant is. You need to go there. Lagos Buka, right? Lagos Buka. Okay, no problem. So the name of my company is Calvary Lane Consulting. Somebody told me I should remove Calvary because it sounds like that's the only reason why I'm doing this. Because Jesus Christ is my Savior. And I'm on that lane carrying my cross every day doing what I do. Thank you so much. My name is TJ.